Hi guys, welcome to the 4th installment of Mental Monday. This week's video is the reveal of the big project. And I know I've hyped this up a lot, but I feel like it makes sense to have hyped it up a lot because let's review what we've talked about. We talked about anxiety, confidence, boundaries, and those three are connected in a very important way. Add all of those three together and you get codependency. Codependency, it can look very different in everybody, and everybody can struggle with a different part of it. Not everybody is going to be as severe, and not everybody is going to have the same aspects or symptoms of it. I put myself between codependent tendencies and codependency. I wouldn't say I'm fully codependent. So to understand codependency, you have to look at the relationship between an addict and somebody that loves them. Somebody that's either their spouse or a really, really close family member like mom or dad or sibling. Somebody that's super involved in their daily life and is very affected by their addiction. That doesn't mean you have to be in a relationship with an addict to be codependent. It just means that's where the whole codependency thing started. That's where we kind of figured out what it was. So I have my phone and I'm going to list off the various symptoms that Wikipedia says codependency has. And I actually really liked their definition of codependency, so I'm going to use that too. Wikipedia says, codependent relationships are a type of dysfunctional helping relationship where one person supports or enables another in their addiction, poor mental health, immaturity, irresponsibility, or underachievement. Among the core characteristics of codependency, the most common theme is an excessive reliance on other people for approval and identity. Sound familiar? Maybe just a little? So some of the common symptoms of codependency listed are intense and unstable interpersonal relationships, inability to tolerate being alone accompanied by frantic efforts to avoid being alone, chronic feelings of boredom and emptiness, subordinating one's own needs to those of the person with whom one is involved, overwhelming desire for acceptance and affection, external referencing, dishonesty and denial, and low self-worth. So what does that mean? It means you have no sense of self. At the base of codependency is a history of losing yourself in other people, in giving into their desires and wants and needs over your own, being so focused on them that you don't figure out yourself. And that is at the core of all three things I have talked about in the last few Mental Monday videos. I, again, would not say I'm completely codependent, but I border between codependent tendencies and codependency. Mine, I think, started with being the only girl in a bigger family and my mom relying on me a lot. Just needing help. That mixed with having my emotions completely played with and stomped on at a very early age by a boy that I thought I could trust, and a long road to finding somebody I felt like I could trust. Thank you, Andrew. I picked up codependent tendencies, which can be heightened by anxiety, which for me was heightened by my brother's death. There was kind of a lot of things along the way that added to struggles. The most positive aspect of all of this I have is I'm very aware of it. I usually can catch myself doing things that I realize are very codependent of me. And this doesn't just apply to marriage. It applies in every relationship and is most likely touched by codependency, even if just a little, if you are codependent in any way. In turn, it can also affect your relationship with God. You can become worn out by trying to earn His love, by trying to earn good things happening, by feeling like there's some standard for Him that you have to meet. It bleeds over into that just as much as any other relationship, and that's not the kind of relationship God wants with us. He doesn't want us trying to earn anything. He already did all of the work. And resting and trusting and being enough is not something somebody that's codependent does very well. They feel like they need to be doing something and they need to be earning whatever they are needing, and that's just not the case. I can usually catch myself giving into their needs over my own, going out of my way to make them happy, sacrificing my own happiness for it, and seeking that approval and somewhat identity from them instead of finding it within myself. So these are all things that I want to work on throughout the rest of this year and get better at. I have been saying over and over again that I want to really give myself the time to learn how to take care of myself. And that means learning what I want, what I need, the boundaries that I can handle, and letting go of the things that just are not my responsibility. Not keeping the weight of the world on my shoulders and feeling like I have to take care of everything. A person that's codependent really thrives off of taking care of somebody else and takes it to a very unhealthy extent. I want to feel free to explore and to learn myself and to be me without apology, and to not have to filter that through what somebody else wants me to be. If you have some of these tendencies, you understand how much of a struggle that really is, because it is completely and totally against your nature. There are many people in my life that know that I don't say no a lot, and a lot of them get upset with me for it. Support from the people in your life while you're dealing with any mental health thing is very important. So that's it. That is the big project. That is the big reveal. And I would love to hear in the comments your thoughts on codependency. If you struggle with it, if you have somebody in your life that struggles with it, if you have any stories or tips how to slowly overcome those things, I would love to hear those as well. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up. And if you're excited about a new year and working on yourself and any project you may have going on in your life right now, give it a thumbs up as well and leave a comment as to what it is. Please share this and help others, and click subscribe so you can see when the next video comes out. I will see you in that one. Bye!
This really comes from